that about something a bit more interesting now that we have a Lakers fan and a Nets fan in the room, because that's potential NBA Finals material right there, no?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll ask you both, if it comes down Lakers-Nets, who wins?
The Nets do.
Lakers do. The Lakers do.
That was a good conversation.
I look at it like this. If those two play in a 7-game series, I know LeBron's banged up right now. Anthony Davis just came back from an injury. I don't see Kevin Durant making it through an entire playoffs for starters. James Harden's been riddled with injuries. Kyrie's been in and out.
Kyrie just doesn't even show up sometimes.
Yeah,
right?
no,
Sometimes it depends on how he's feeling day to day.
Yeah, he has the most like PTO time of any employee I've ever seen in my life. But I'm thinking if they go to a 7-game series in the finals, like I don't know, like the Nets can score and score and score, and that's great. And I'm not taking anything away from any of those three or even the depth that they do have, but the Lakers can score with them. I think if LeBron and AD are healthy, the difference for me is defense. Like even with LeBron and AD out, like the Lakers were still like number one in defensive ratings, like efficiency, everything. The weeks that they were out, and then they get back two great defenders, like Anthony Davis, arguably like a top 5 defender for a big in the league. So I just don't think that long haul. I don't think that the Nets can keep up defensively. So.
I think if it went, I think if any NBA Finals goes to a Game 7 and LeBron is involved, I think you have a hard time making an argument that the other team, regardless of talent, just because that's kind of been one of the things that's made him who he is as a player, is not only his ability, but like his ability to win games like that. Like his clutch gene is there. So I don't know. Andrew seems to think differently.
No, I don't know. I mean,
but
if the Nets can come out early and just, again, start making buckets after buckets, then that's probably their best chance. But you made a very compelling point about whether these guys are going to be able to stay healthy throughout the playoffs and throughout the, if they play a 7-game series. That's actually a really good point. So
one thing to kind of combat myself, what I said there is because, like, when Kevin Durant has been out this year, the Nets have actually been better, statistically, across the board. Like, James Harden is the centerpiece of that offense. It happened so quick. Like, he got traded 2 games later. Like, everything
Is he
changed.
still fat?
He was never fat. He just, like, he swindled.
Look, like
I saw some pictures of him looking a little
that's
hefty.
the thing. People were saying, like, is this guy wearing, like, padding under his clothes? Because he got to Brooklyn, and it was like he dropped 50 pounds or something.
And Blake Griffin did a similar thing with the dunking aspect.
Yeah.
He just like, I can't do that anymore. That thing I was super good at.
And then I saw a video of him on Twitter the other day just yamming on some fool.
Yeah.
It was against the Bucks, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so then this is the last basketball question I'll ask.
Sure.
So you have the Lakers in the West, Nets in the East. So looking at it long term, which one do you think is more likely to make it to the NBA final? Like if only one of them was going to go, do you think the Nets have a better chance of coming out of the East, or the Lakers have a better chance of coming out of the West?
That's a good question. I hate to go.
I think that
I'll go back and forth on this one. I don't know.
I mean, I guess you don't have to decide. You could throw out arguments for both. I'm just curious.
I don't know. I think that maybe
It depends if the Nets see the Bucks in the playoffs.
that's what I'm saying. I think the Nets potentially have a more difficult road.
So as of right now, how does that seeding shake out? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm gonna say the Lakers have a harder road there, but I think the Nets have a harder one game to play, like one series.
Right.
If they run into the Bucks, I think the Bucks would win that 7-game series, but they may not even see each other in the playoffs. It's possible Philly beats them. Like, who knows what Jimmy Butler is going to end up doing? Like, the Heat are in shambles right now, but they made it to the finals last year, and they weren't even supposed to be where they were at all. So, but in the West, like, the West is so top-heavy at this point. Like, the Suns are good. Like, it's just, like, oh, God, the Jazz. Like, who knows what's going to happen? Even with Jamal Murray out, like, Denver's still right there. Like, they had added Aaron Gordon, and, I mean, they've only gotten better since, so I don't know.
Who's that? Who? Keep going. Sorry, I got to think my own thought through. I didn't mean to cut you off. Now he doesn't.
What do you? Yeah, now you got. I lost it.
I was trying to think. Who is that little dude? I mean, I guess he's probably not little. I can't think of his name. He went to some random ass college. I think he plays for Memphis, maybe?
Ja Morant.
Ja Morant. That is the coolest dude alive. I follow him on Instagram. He's the only NBA player I follow on Instagram. If I had to pick a team, it would be whatever team he's on. I think he's so cool.
Yeah.
What's his deal?
I just think he's cool.
He is a cool guy.
Yeah, thank you. Like, follow him on Instagram. Check him. He's cool. And I don't know. I think that, like, if I had to pick, like, my favorite type of NBA player, I would pick, like, a little guy with, like, sick ball skills that can just...
Pause.
Go ahead.
No, you didn't hear yourself, did you? Never mind. We'll move on. But
yo, I'm all over the place today. I didn't even really have a long day either. It's just how I talk, I guess. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
But I'm with you there. Short point guard.
I think about Isaiah Thomas constantly.
You just never stop thinking about.
Well, I mean, a lot because
he lies awake.
He really sometimes, sometimes I do lay awake and I think about Isaiah Thomas because he just got absolutely fucked.
Is he on? Is he still on the Pelicans? He signed a 10-day with them, and I don't know if it got renewed.
I want to say no, but I have no idea.
I feel like I would have heard about it if it was renewed, so probably not.